You see someone you love heading towards pain, making choices that don't serve them. Maybe they're in a toxic relationship. Maybe they're sabotaging themselves. Maybe they're on a path you just know will lead to more suffering. And so your mind screams, I have to stop this. I have to intervene. You want to shake them, wake them up, save them from themselves. But here's the real question. Is your intervention coming from clarity, or is it coming from fear? Because if it's fear, control, or guilt, then no matter how well-intentioned, you will meet resistance. Instead of helping, you will only create more conflict. So do you step in, or do you let go? Let's explore this. When you try to control someone, what happens? They push back. They resist. Even if they know they are making a mistake, they will fight you, simply because no one likes to be controlled. So before rushing in to fix the situation, ask yourself, am I trying to prevent my own discomfort by stopping them? Am I acting from panic, fear, or guilt? Am I afraid of feeling responsible if they don't listen? Because if you act from fear, they will feel it. If you come from a place of making them wrong, they won't listen. If you try to control them, they will get defensive and rebel. But if you approach them from clarity, from inner peace, and genuine support, the energy is different. The response will be different. So the question is not, should I step in? The real question is, from what state of mind am I stepping in? Most people who engage in harmful behavior already know it's harmful, but something within them is resisting change. And here's what we must understand. You cannot save them. They can only save themselves. You can offer guidance, you can extend your hand, but they must choose to take it. And if they don't, that is their karma, not yours. This is where we must ask, am I here to impose my will or to be a presence of clarity? Am I entangling myself in their karma or am I cleaning my perception of them? Because the moment you interfere beyond what is needed, you become part of their cycle. Instead of clearing your perception, you are now entangled in their patterns, their resistance, and their pain, and you have no help to them. And here's something most people don't realize. Sometimes when we are desperate to fix someone, it's because they reflect something unresolved within us. So ask yourself, is their struggle reminding me of my own past pain? Am I trying to prevent them from making the same mistakes I made? Am I projecting my own fears onto them? Because if so, the real work begins within you. So what do? Do you step in or not? The answer is not black and white. You can absolutely do both. You have the ability to respond limitlessly. That is the true essence of responsibility. Your ability to respond. You can offer guidance and clean yourself. You can speak your truth and release the attachment to the outcome. But the energy behind it matters. If you act from control, they resist. If you act from fear, they will reject. If you act from peace, they may feel safe to choose. And if they still don't listen, then ask yourself, why do I feel responsible for their choices? Am I afraid of feeling guilty if they don't change? Am I trying to control something that is ultimately theirs to experience? Because you can support someone, but you cannot save them. Support is standing beside them, holding space, offering wisdom, but allowing them to walk their own path. Saving is trying to walk the path for them, which is impossible. So imagine someone learning to swim. If you keep holding them up, they will never learn to float. But if you let go, they may struggle at first, but that's how they build the strength to stay afloat. When you clean yourself, you're not ignoring the situation. You're shifting your own energy first so that whatever action you take is aligned and not reactive. So when you clean your perception, you remove the emotional charge, and suddenly your words carry a different energy. Your actions come from wisdom, not worry. You stop trying to control and you start trusting. Because pain is sometimes the only way a person awakens. Some lessons can only be learned through experience, not advice. So for example, how many times in your life did you ignore advice only to realize later, oh, now I get it? Sometimes the lesson has to be lived, not told. And here's the paradox. The more you try to force someone to change, the less likely they are to listen. But the moment you release control and embody peace, they may be drawn to your energy and they start changing on their own. So instead of trying to change them, fix them, try this. Silently repeat these 4 phrases. I'm sorry for any part of me that is contributing to this situation. Please forgive me for any unconscious energy I carry that might be mirroring this in my reality. Thank you for this moment, this lesson, this opportunity to clear. I love you. To them, to myself, to life itself, to the whole situation. Not to change them, but to clean your own perception of them. Because when you shift within, the outside world follows. So letting go does not mean you don't care. It means you care enough not to interfere with someone else's path. If you want to help someone, do it from love, not fear. If you want to guide someone, do it from clarity, not control. Because true love is not possession. True love is presence. True love says, I hold space for you, but I do not impose my will on you. I trust your journey even if I don't understand it. I'm here if you need me, but I do not carry your burden for you. Because when you shift within, the outside world naturally follows. And this is the way to true transformation. If this helps shift your perspective on relationships and helping others, please subscribe, like, comment, hit the notification bell. Till the next time, my friends.